conducting these interviews on behalf of the Johnson County Public Policy Council. This council is a collaborative effort of 10 chambers of commerce in Johnson County who represent more than 5,000 businesses. We developed these questions which focus on business and community issues. But before we get started, Jesse, I'd like to provide this opportunity for you to tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're choosing to run for the Olathe School Board member position too. Thanks, Jesse. If you're ready, let's go.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me. So my name's Jesse Gilliam. I am a longtime resident of Olathe. I've lived here for over 20 years. I'm also a graduate of our Olathe schools. I graduated from Olathe North in 2008. I currently work in the restaurant industry as a manager and staff at a local restaurant. But before then, I served in our state's Army National Guard for 8 years. And I learned a lot about working with all kinds of different people and what it means to be a leader during that time. So I'm also a husband and a father. I've been married to my wife, Marissa, for 4 years now. And together we have a beautiful 2.5-year-old daughter. And she and all the students in Olathe are why I'm running. I want to ensure that we have a world-class education for our students right here locally. And that's why I'm doing this. And that's me in a nutshell.
Well, Jesse, thank you so much. Thank you for your service. Appreciate that. And if you're ready, we're going to start with the questions. And the first one is, as a school board candidate, what are your top 3 policy issues?
I'd say number one, we need to refocus on the fundamentals of education. We need to refocus on reading, writing, and mathematics so that our students can have a strong foundation to build from and be successful. Number 2, we need enhanced student safety and protections. We need enhanced screening for teachers and staff to prevent further #NotYourDaughter incidents from occurring in the school district. And number 3, I would say we need to better prepare our students for their futures. I have this vision that students should be able to pursue career certifications in the high school setting. And I think those are the 3 top issues for me.
Great. All right, the big one. What are your thoughts on K through 12 education funding?
Yeah, well, I mean, schools should be funded at constitutional levels. It's my understanding that they currently are, but it's also my understanding that currently we have around 200 unfilled special education related positions. And this is a big topic, big point of concern for a lot in our community. And so, yes, funding is important, but we also need to make sure that we're spending the money right. We need to fill those positions. We need to pay the employees adequately. And we need to spend the money in the way that benefits our community and students in the best way possible.
Great. All right. Well, the K through 12 education system requires accountability measures for students' performance, focused on post-secondary success and career readiness. Do you believe the district is meeting these expectations for that student achievement?
Well, I would say that our students could probably use more support in language arts and mathematics. These are the foundations of education, so there's always room for improvement. I think if we can help students master those things, that we'll be able to benefit our community more.
Great. Okay, now this one's a little long, so hang with me, but Kansas is experiencing low unemployment rates and employers are struggling to find qualified workers. How do you see the school district helping to meet the business community's future workforce needs through work-based learning, such as internships, training, and other career exploration opportunities?
Yeah, I'm a strong proponent of implementing workforce development programs in the high school setting. Like I said before, I have this vision where if we can get students to master the fundamentals of education by the time they're in their last year or two of high school, they should be able to pursue career certifications, and get that work experience and that training that can land them a job right out of high school. So I think that this might be part of the solution to our unemployment issues in our city and in our state.
Great. Okay. What are your thoughts on efforts by the state legislature to expand school choice?
Okay. Well, so the legislature is going to do what they're going to do, and parents are going to make the choices they're going to make, as is their right. My role as a member of the Olathe School Board would to be to continually ensure that the Olathe School District remains a attractive place for parents to send their students through their K-12 education. And I'm also a firm believer that local control of the school is what benefits students, parents, and teachers the most.
Okay, great. What do you think the greatest challenges facing the Olathe School District?
So, despite Olathe's population growing, we are facing declining enrollment in our Olathe schools. And I think it's because we've lost that trust from the parents. So we need to rebuild that trust and ensure that the Olathe School District is a welcoming and accessible school district to make them more comfortable to return.
Great. Okay, another long question, so stick with me on this one. The Olathe School District continuously works to recruit and retain staff in order to sustain quality education programs and services for the students in the district. This includes teachers, paras, and other support positions. But in recent years, the number of college students choosing education as a profession continues to decline, creating a hardship on the district. What are your thoughts about how the district can reverse this trend and attract more professionals into this profession, such as second career teachers, those who would enter in later?
Okay. Well, a couple thoughts. Like I said before, we need to be more smart about how we're spending our money in the district. I think that we need to find a way to adequately compensate teachers and staff in the district. I think a lot of teachers and staff, they get burnt out and they just don't consider all the struggles of being a teacher to be worth it when they look at their pay. So we need to tackle that issue. And I think also what might help not just the staff or the teachers, but the students is finding a way to get smaller classrooms so that they're not as overwhelmed with all the dynamics of a large classroom. Those are two things that come to mind about this topic.
So great ideas. Okay, last question. What makes you uniquely qualified to serve on the Olathe School Board and most distinguishes you from your opponent?
Well, I am a parent, not a politician. My sole interest is in what is best for the students and ensuring that they're successful and they have an education that helps them to be successful. My opponent, he moved here 5 years ago to pursue a career in politics. This isn't about politics for me. He holds multiple political offices. And since becoming a state representative has missed almost half of the school board meetings in the past year. So he's spread very thin, and his focus isn't entirely on the students. And for me, the students are always going to be the number one priority.
Well, thank you, Jesse. That concludes our questions. It's now time if you have any closing remarks that you'd like to make. We'd love to hear them.
Okay. I think I've said pretty much everything I want to say, but I will just say that, this year, the elections are very important. We say that every year, but I think this year is definitely vital because if you're like me and you think that we could be doing better, if we can't change at least two people on the board this year, then it's going to be more of the same for the next 4 years. So I look forward to your support And again, my name's Jesse Gilliam. I'm a parent, not a politician.
Jesse, thank you so much. This does conclude our interview for the Olathe School Board Member 2 position. For more information about candidates, videos of these and other candidate forums, and advanced voting details, please visit www.votejoco.com and share this voter resource with your colleagues, family, and friends. On behalf of the Olathe Chamber, thank you to everyone for taking advantage of this important opportunity to learn about our candidates. And Jesse, best of luck in your campaign.
Thank you, Natalie. Thanks for having me.